my god. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a brand new video. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Amelia and I upload all things book related, like reading vlogs, reading wrap ups. And if you enjoy that kind of content, then please subscribe. Please follow my social medias that I link down below. Please like this video and please comment as well what you've read this month and maybe what you've rated them and maybe what's on your radar for next month. And without further ado, let's just get on with this. That feels like the quickest intro I've ever done. I will first of all want to give it a bit of a disclaimer. I'm not sure what's going on with me right now, but I'm not feeling 100%. I've got a watery eye that hasn't stopped since yesterday, so for 2 days, and I don't know why. It's just really annoying. I don't know if it's hay fever or what. I feel for some reason really hot in this house. Like it's not like cold outside, but it's not hot. I mean, outside I'm fine. As soon as I get in my house, in my workplace, I'm fine. My house just feels automatically so stuffy. Like it just feels like there's no air in it, and I think that's because my parents don't have air going around it during the day. It's making my life miserable. So I don't know what it is. If you can see, so if I'm wiping my eye on my eye, that's why, because it just won't stop watering. It's like it's telling me to cry. So I'm trying to avoid that. And I'm a bit stuffy and I'm just feeling a bit like but this is the only day I actually have time to film this video before the day I want it up. So whether you like it or not, I'm filming it today when I'm feeling like crap. So because I do not have any other time to do it. So here we are. But if you haven't gathered by the title, today we are doing my July wrap up and my August TBR. Now for this month, to be fair, it could have been worse. It was originally going to be not even one book, or maybe just one book. Because if I didn't do a video that is coming next week for you guys this weekend, I don't think I would have got through this book and then read another 2 books. So you're very lucky you're even getting 1 book for July. I was thinking I was going to have to skip this wrap up and just do a TBR and just say where I am with the book, because you'll see in a minute why I started the month off on a very chunky book. I then went on holiday, as you would have seen for the last couple of vlogs, and so that holiday I did not have time to sit and read on that holiday. It wasn't a sit down reading holiday, it was a busy on the go holiday, which was the best holiday I've ever had, but it meant I didn't have time to read. So I sat down on time and did a 24-hour readathon that is coming next week for you guys. So I'm not going to talk too much about the book. When I say that, I'm probably going to give you a brief overview, but I'm not going to talk too much. I will literally say this is what the book's about, my rating, that's it. And then I'll talk to you my TBR for the month, and I will explain what I've done for that, because I'm not doing my normal TBR prompts this month for a reason which I'll get to. So let's start with my July wrap up. So as I mentioned, I did 3 books in the month of July. 3, which, to be fair, and I'm saying this like it's so bad, if you read 1 book a month or half a book a month, that's still good. That's still reading. I think because the last few months I've been really good at getting at least 5 books done a month. This was a bit of a substantial minimal month, and if it wasn't for the 24-hour readathon there would be none completed, but you'll see why. The first book I'm about to tell you about, at the end of June I picked up this book when I finished King of Wrath, and I'm so happy I picked it up, but it was probably not the one to pick up just before I was going away, because I think I had high expectations that I was going to get it completed within a week. Of course I wasn't. I didn't have time for that. But the book I picked up was Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. This book has been on my anticipated books for ages. I can't remember when I bought it last year, but I bought it specifically for a specific video that I decided not to do. So here we go. Anyway, I read Binding 13 and it was going to be for a video, but I decided just to read it for my own, well, the first 30% of it for my own fun and just reading, not for a video, which is very rare and very rogue of me, but I was like, you know what, I just want to read a book and that's not for a video. But then we got to the weekend and I was like 30% of the way through it, and I was like, you know what, we're going to read it for my 24-hour reading. And I did. So I read 600 pages for the first 9 hours, which you will see next week. And I will be honest with you, I was highly surprised with this book, especially because at the beginning I was like, I'm not feeling this, I don't care, I'm not loving it, basically. That was my thoughts throughout the beginning of the book. For the first 30% it was so, I wouldn't say slow, I just wasn't feeling the connection to the characters or the story. I was just reading it for the sake of it. And I will be honest, I think I was going through some kind of slump as well. I think it was like finishing a show kind of slump, where I'd just been so busy for a week and I was slowing down, and then I got a cold and I was fighting that off, and then it was, what was it after that? Oh, and I went on holiday, and it was coming back from holiday kind of slump feeling. That's what happened to me. So I think that was the reason I was feeling a bit slumpy and wasn't feeling connected to the book, because I was in a really everything was going on crazy. I was like sad to be coming back to the UK after being in New York for a week, which was amazing. And now, and then this weekend I just read it and I loved it, and I gave it a 4.5 stars. Which I know is shocking for me to say. I didn't think it was going to be, I knew halfway through the book it wasn't going to be 5 stars. Just because I felt it took me so long to get like into the story and fall in love with the characters. But I did fall in love with Shannon, and I did fall in love with Johnny, and I love them together, and I immediately picked up the second book after the 24 hours of reading was over. Just because I just needed to find out what happened, and I literally can tell you I'm already nearly 20% of the way through. In the space of 2 days. So I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm loving it. I'm loving the series. I'm loving Johnny and Shannon. I love Joey, and I can't wait to see his book, which I know is Saving 6 and Redeeming 6, I think. And then you've got Taming 7, which is Gibbs's book, Gibbsy and Claire's book, which I'm so excited about. Like, I need their book like now. But yeah, I love this book. 4.5 stars. This book follows Johnny and Shannon. Shannon has had some traumatic experiences in her past schools, and she moves to Thomond College and meets Johnny, and the story starts from there. I'm not going to talk too much. I always said I wasn't going to, because I do speak about it a lot in my next vlog that comes up next week, so keep this before I get to it. I was so skeptical about picking this book up. I have wanted to pick this book up for so long this year, and when I finished the first book of this series, but I got scared, and so I didn't. And then, you know what, I was like, I can't remember what I was watching. I was Ailey's video. She uploaded a video on Friday, and I watched it on Saturday, and when she was reading the whole of the Once Upon a Broken Heart series, and I was like, I now need to get back into this. I was really worried because I left it so long that I was going to forget what had happened in the first book, but honestly, when I tell you, I didn't. As soon as I read the first couple of chapters, I was like, oh yeah, I remember this now, I remember this happening. And it is, of course, The Ballad of Never After. When I tell you I finished this and was like, I want to read the last book, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it straight away. I read this. I won't talk much about it because I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't read the series. However, I love this book. I love Jax so much. I absolutely love Evangeline. I just love their story in this. I honestly could tell you, I was hooked on it. Like, I know I was doing it for 24 hours of reading, but it's very easy when you're doing 24 hours of reading to think you're going to love a book. Pick it up and then it takes you forever to get into it and you're not hooked on it, and then it just makes the hours go by so slow. I will tell you, the hours went by, it started to go by, it was very fast, and then it went slow because I was getting really tired. And then it went fast, again, when I picked this back up in the morning, but oh my god, it was so good. So good. I gave this a 5 stars. I loved it so much. I understand the hype. I also understand why everyone wants to straight pick up this last book after reading this one, because they need to know what happens. And I have got 2 copies of the last one of this, because I have the hardback and a paperback. And I was going to get rid of the hardback and sell it, but I'm actually going to keep both, because I've got the exclusive edition from the Waterstones, and I've heard it has different chapters endings, and I want to check that out when I finish the other one, which I'll get to in a bit. But I love this, so 5 stars. I love Jax. I need me some more of Jax, and I've heard he's not as much in the last book, which makes me really sad, because I need me some Jax in my life. I can't. And then finally we read Reckless by Lauren Roberts. I can't tell you how much I'm so glad I picked this up. I again was so scared to pick this one up. I don't usually pick up books not all after they've come out, especially for fantasy worlds. Apart from Iron Flame, I did that, but this one I'm so glad I did. One is shorter than the first book, which I didn't expect. You don't usually get that in fantasy books. Usually they're bigger as the books go further on. However, this is it's just less pages. But when I tell you, I thoroughly enjoyed Reckless by Lauren Roberts. Like, thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, I missed that world already. The ending, I'm sorry. How am I meant to wait till April next year? Like, 8 months? I want to say 8 months now. No, that's not right. 9 months? 10 months? 9 months. I think 9 months till this next book comes out. And I'm like, honey, honey hun, I need this earlier. I need this earlier. I need you to send this to me like pronto. As soon as you finish it, just send it to me. Lauren Roberts, if you're watching this, please. I need to know what happens. I need to know what happens because my heart is broken for them too. I love this book so much. I didn't give it 5 stars. I'm talking about it like I should be, but no, I didn't give it 5 stars. I don't know why, but there was just something small missing and I don't know what it was. So don't ask me what was missing because I don't know. But I'm giving it a 4.75. It was so close to 5 stars. Like, honestly loved it so much. And you will see my reactions a bit more in next week's vlog, the 24 hours of reading, because I read it then and I loved it. So now we are moving on to my TBR for August. Bear with me, I just need to blow my nose. Okay, so for my August TBR, we're doing it slightly different. I am not using my TBR prompts because I'm filming 2 videos. One that's going to be going on for a few months. There's another one that I'm going to be doing, which you'll understand when I get to 3 of the books, because they are for a specific type of video that is coming at the end of August and I need to get the books done. So I'm setting my own TBR on my own choices, and I'll explain what videos they're for, because why the hell not, why not give you an idea of what you're getting. But yeah, I was like, the prompts aren't probably going to pick up the books that I need to read for the videos, and then I just kind of want to set my own TBR for August. I wouldn't say August is a busy month, but August is a busier month than a lot. July and August this year, and probably September, are like my busy months. I have a lot. I've got Taylor Swift, I've got Meeting Taylor Lautner, Ian Somerhalder and Paul Wesley. I've got Wicked. I've got so much happening in August that I just don't have the time to pick up books that are on my TBR for my TBR prompts that maybe I don't really want to read. I love doing TBR jars and it will be back hopefully in September. I planned all my videos out now until December, so there is a possibility over the next few months it's just going to be TBRs I set myself, or I might try and do something different, who knows. But I have got like set videos that I need to film between now and December because I'm doing Bookmas, so I always plan in advance so I know exactly what I'm doing and when I'm doing it, because I get stressed otherwise. So anyway, I'm rambling on. I'm sure you want to know what books I put on my TBR for August. I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books on my TBR. 2 of them I'm currently reading, and when I'm filming this it's the 24th of July, so there's a potential chance that I might finish one of them before August. However, I don't have high hopes for myself finishing either of these 2 by then, but I'm hoping maybe we'll get somewhere close to it. You know, in the beginning of August we'll finish it and I'll be like, yes, 2 books done in the month already. Which is kind of cheating, but I don't care. First of all, we've got a reread, which is Fourth Wing. Now, you can see that I'm annotating this. A video is coming away in November, where I'm rereading 4 of my favourite books from last year. I'm not calling them 5-star reads, because at least one of them was not a 5-star. Yeah, definitely, one of them was not a 5-star. It was close to it, though. Excuse me. Oh my Jesus Christ, what is that person on? That's not even a freaking motorbike! Sorry, looks like a go-kart. It just made my night. It's probably a kid, let's be honest. Anyway, I'm doing it where I read 4 of my favourite books and annotate them thoroughly. It's a spoiler video, it's not spoiler free, it's a spoiler video, so if you want if the books like Fourth Wing or the other book I'm going to be reading this month you haven't read yet, you might either want to lay out off that book or the video, or just skip the time. I'm talking about something that's happening in the future. Let's ignore that. Anyway, I'm rereading Fourth Wing. I gave this 5 stars last year. I loved it so much, and I was like, I want to reread it so bad. Was gonna leave it till like November, December time, because obviously the next one comes out in January. But I don't think I can wait that long. I'll reread Iron Flame in December, but I'm gonna read this now. Well, I am reading it now. I'm on chapter 9, so I'm like not that far into it. I'm like almost 20% of the way through Fourth Wing, and I'm really enjoying the read again. Obviously I know what to expect, but there's things, because I've read it so long ago, like I read it around this time last year, I've forgotten things that have happened, and my friend has just finished reading it, so I'm like, when I next see her we can have a discussion, but I'll know what I'm talking about because I've just reread it. So I'm loving being back in this world, and it's just so good actually fully, like properly annotating it, like knowing what's coming up as well. So yeah, I can't wait to finish this. I'm actually so excited. Then I picked up, I'm reading also on my Kindle, Keeping 13 by Chloe Walsh. Now, I did mention I picked this straight up. I just couldn't stop thinking about Shannon and Johnny. I was like, I need to know what happens next. Like, I want them to have their happy ending. So I need to, I didn't think I'd want to read another 800-page book about Shannon and Johnny. But I do. Like, I'm sorry, you left it on a cliffhanger, Chloe Walsh, the first one. I need to know what's happening now for them. Like, give me strength. So, because it's on my Kindle, it's one of those ones, especially recently, like I said earlier at the beginning of the video, I'm pretty sure I'm getting ill. I was off work on Monday ill. So when I'm like lying down in bed at night just resting, my Kindle is my best friend and it's perfect. So I'm loving this one. This is it. You start off straight at the big like what happens from the end of the first book as to where it starts in this book. So yeah. And trust me, sorry, I need to put that one. Trust me when I say I'm not one to pick up a series straight after I finish one book of the series. I'll wait a while, and somehow I need to add that to my book journal, and I haven't actually put a little bit for Boys of Tomorrow series on my series tracker, so I don't know how I'm going to fit that in because I haven't got space. And that's a problem for me to figure out, not for you to figure out. Next we have got, this is one of the next 3 books are for another video that I'm planning to do, what I am doing in August. And I'm just going to tell you what it is. It's continuing my series video, you'll probably guess. But I've got 2 that are continuing, 1 that we'll be finishing. So the first is King of Pride by Anna Huang. I read King of Wrath in June and I fell in love with that book. I loved it. And the characters in this book, which is Kai and Isabella, were in the first book. And when I tell you, I loved both their characters, especially Kai. I was like, I need his book like now, and I needed Kai and Isabella's book because you heard them, you saw them talking, and like you read them talking, and I was like, oh my god, I need their book like pronto. So I cannot wait to read this book, and it's not like that long. Like I'm really happy with the length of this book, so I'm excited to get to this one like very soon. I just like, look at this cover, like look at it. I need to take the sticker off, but apart from the sticker, like the cover looks beautiful. I'm so excited, you have no idea, like this is making me smile so much. Books are making me smile, guys, like I don't know what I'm talking about. The next one, which I think you probably can guess what's going to be in that video, is A Curse for True Love. A Curse for True Love is by far one of the books that I'm so excited to read now. Like I need this book. Hence why I put it on. It wasn't actually going to be in that video. It was not. But then I was like, I need to read it soon. So I put it in for that video. So I'll definitely get to it. And this is the last book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. And I cannot wait to finish it. Don't spoil it for myself. Don't spoil it for myself. Don't spoil it for myself. I have, like I said, got the hardback for this one as well. But I'm not bringing it over. It's on my shelf over there. But I bought this recently because I wanted the paperback. Because I prefer paperback to hardbacks, so here we are. And I am so excited to read this book. You have no idea. And then finally, to continue that video off, we're going to be going back to a universe that I'm very scared to continue, but so excited to continue. It is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J Maas. This is the second book in the Throne of Glass series. I'm doing it in the way where I read Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, Air of Fire, and then Assassin's Blade, as what my PDF document told me to do. So I'm going to be reading that. I am so excited. My friend Rena, who I'm friends with on Instagram, on Bookstagram, and we've been talking for a while, and she's lovely and I love her, is basically trying to say you need to get into it, you need to be more, and because she's currently doing a tandem read, and I will do it. I'm promising her I will do it. In the month of August I will be reading this book to continue this series, and when I tell you I'm scared, but I'm so excited. That's how I feel. Like, I love Sarah J Maas. Tell me someone who doesn't, I'll be shocked. I love her writing, and I loved the Agatha series. I loved the first book. I just need to get into this book, and I cannot wait. So that's going on my TBR. Now I got 3 more books. I love talking about books. It makes me so happy. Just so you know. The next one I'm picking up is another reread for that video, and hopefully I'll get to it because obviously I'm doing Fourth Wing currently. But it's Happy Place by Emily Henry. This is the American cover. I bought this whilst I was in New York. Guys, look, I just love, look at that flop. Like, look at it, look at it, look at it. Don't get that in UK books, but I love it, and I absolutely love the cover. This is a book that follows Harriet and Win. Win and Harriet were dating, they broke up, but they're all part of a group of friends that go back to this house for the final time because they're selling it, and I'm trying to remember it without looking at the blurb. So Win and Harriet pretend to still be together for the sake of their friends, and it causes different dynamics and all that throughout the week, and you're getting flashbacks of when they started dating, when they were in a happy place, when they were together, to the current time, and I am so excited to read this book again because I missed it, and I need another Emily Henry book in my life because after reading Funny Story I'm like, I have to wait until she brings out another one. When is that going to be? I loved Funny Story so much, as much as this. So, and trust me when I said it was between this and Book Lovers, not Book Lovers, did not like that book, this and Beach Read, and I was going to buy the US cover of Beach Read as well, but I didn't, and now I wish I did. So maybe I'll have to do an order online and try and get it shipped. We'll see. Another one is one that was on last month's, well, July's TBR, and I didn't read it. It was my book club pick, and I didn't read it. Sorry. However, I really wanted to read it, and I really want to read it, and there's a video I'm going to be filming at some point in the next month. Maybe not August, but maybe September. I can't remember when I'm starting to film it. And one of the books that follows the series might be in that one. I don't know yet, I'm fully sure, but it might be. But I wanted to read the first one before I get to it. And it is Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer. Obviously, like I said, this was in last month's one, and I really want to get to it so bad, so I put it in this month's TBR. If I get to it, it might be a miracle with the amount of books I'm planning to read next month. But here we are, we're trying, we're aiming to get to it. To be fair, I have a lot of time where I can be on my Kindle whilst I'm away, technically, so potentially can get to it. But anyway, Behind the Net. I'm not going to tell you what it's about because I'm pretty sure I told you at the end of the last one. If I didn't, oops. Finally, we've got one that could be used for the other video that I'm doing, and I'm potentially thinking of doing 4 for that video, so it might get in it. Who knows? But it is Hot House Flower by Krista and Becca Ritchie. I haven't read an Addicted / Calloway Sister series book this year yet. It's criminal, I know. It's very criminal. I read Kiss the Sky in November and I have not picked up a book since. And like, trust me when I say I love this series, but it just hasn't been on my radar because of other books that have been. So now this book needs to get read, which is why I think I'm going to put it in that video and just put 4 for that video because, but it depends on timing. This will be the last one I'll pick up, so if I don't get to it, don't kill me. Because I have to get this filmed and edited by a certain date, so yeah. Anyway, I'm excited. This is Daisy and Reike's story. Daisy and Reike, it's an age gap romance as far as I'm aware. But in this book it says Daisy is finally 18, so it's not really like illegal anymore. And you can tell in the last few books there's like a tension between them, there's like a flirtationship, like you can tell. But there's always been this age thing, and the main part in the story is they've been in is obviously Lily and Lo's addiction, and them all trying to help them. And I'm so excited to see this story in the writing, in the flesh. I can't wait. I love them, and I love Daisy, and I love Reike separately. So hopefully we will have their book. My eyes are watering and it feels like everything's like blurry. Sorry guys, it's just so emotional. So emotional. But yeah, I cannot wait to get to this book. So there we have my August wrap up, my July wrap up and my August TBR. If you did enjoy this video, then please give this video a thumbs up, please comment down below, please subscribe, and please let me know in the comments below what you've read this month, am I okay? What you've read in the month of July and what you hope to read in August. And just remember, whether you read 1 or 3 or 5 or 10 or half or no books in the month, that's okay. It's not a pressure. There's no pressure in reading. There's no competition. It's just a hobby. You do it for fun. You read to relax, to have fun. Don't put the pressure to get so many books done in a month just because you see other people talking about the amount of books they've read in a month. And I will see you again next week for my 24-hour reading. I hope you enjoyed that one. And please subscribe so you're ready for that one, because I'm excited for that. I haven't even edited it yet, so I'm excited.